Good morning, Unity Halton Peel. I'm Wendy Karr, licensed Unity teacher. It is my privilege and honor to be coming to you live from a hotel outside of Calgary Airport, where I have been attending the Unity Canada conference. And so here we are together, and it's wonderful, and I'm so glad to see my family peeps here. And Patty, would you forward the slides, please? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think we went right through the lesson.
All
There we
right.
go.
Our mission here at Unity Halton Peel is to lovingly inspire transformation and be of service to the world. And that takes many different forms, and each of us has our own individual way of inspiring and being of service. Next slide, please.
Sorry.
And now it's time for our daily word. I believe that's you, Evelyn?
Oh, yes, that's me. I'm just sitting here absorbed and listening to what you're saying. The word for today is cherish. Whoops, sorry. I cherish opportunities to share the love of God. It isn't the price of something that determines its value, it is how much it is cherished. It's not how something looks or what it costs that makes it beautiful. It is the love and wonder I feel that helps me cherish it. Just like the gifts I give, I imbue my relationships with love. I cherish those from whom I care deeply, and I want them to feel cherished by me. I hold the intention for love and connection that is at the heart of my every exchange. Just as I feel cherished as a divine being, I share the love of God through my kind and considerate acts. At the heart of every kindness I extend is the prayer that those I serve will feel cherished not only by me, but by God. And from 1 Thessalonians 2, verse 8, so deeply do we care for you that we are determined to share with you not only the gospel of God, but also our own selves, because you have become very dear to us.
Thank you. And our first song, God You Are.
Oh, yeah. God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe. And your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
So, our affirmation for this year: we at Unity Halton Peel are blessed with an abundantly thriving community. And we have just spent some time this week at the Unity Canada Conference talking about what is thriving to us personally, and what does thriving mean to our churches, ministries, and spiritual centers. And I'll have some more to say about that in a couple moments. And we just affirm that, and we know that it is done. Our affirmation for the month of May: I am inspired. I am inspired to do all that is mine to do. And if you're visiting us for the first time, this is Unity's world headquarters outside of Kansas City, Missouri. And our prayer list for the month of May: we hold in light and love Unity Spiritual Center, Windsor, and all Canadian Unity ministers, indeed all ministers everywhere. Our affirmations for the month of May from headquarters: for inner peace, I am calmed, centered in divine peace. For understanding, I am a radiating center of light and understanding. For healing, claiming divine life, I heal. Prosperity, with the consciousness of plenty, I prosper. Nothing like hotel Wi-Fi. So my talk today is called When Unity Canada Came to Calgary. And I'm going to share with you a few of the things. I realized how few pictures I took. Usually I have a bazillion pictures. I got some really important ones.
If I'm supposed to see your slides, I cannot.
Okay. Just a sec.
There we go. Okay, I see Unity Canada now. Go ahead.
Okay. Oops. So one of the things, let's talk about the elephant in the room, because you, my spiritual family, knew that I was getting an award at the conference. And here it is. And since it's clear, it's hard to read. But I was honored and blessed to receive the Northern Light of God Expressing Award for 2025. And the picture on the left is Reverend David Old from Windsor. He's our president, as far as I know, of Unity Canada's board of directors. And then somebody took a picture of me with my award, with what we hoped was a better background so we could actually see it. So this has been given because this is my 25th anniversary of being a licensed teacher, and it's just to honor the service that I have given to the Unity community for the last 25 years, well, 25 plus. So that's okay. I'm finished. I'm finished bragging, and we'll just get to the serious part of Sunday. So the affirmation that we were using at our conference was that we affirm prosperity and abundance for Unity Canada and all our spiritual communities in all forms and in all realms, body, mind, and spirit. And the theme for Unity Canada for 2025 has been and will continue to be thriving together in unity. And today is the 18th of May, 2025. The forthcoming, the Canadian Path and the website update before the end of the month will have additional details on events that are being planned and webinars that are being planned to share the community of Canada. Of course, anyone else is welcome, but just to reinforce that and to work on how we thrive together and what thriving looks like. And how we might change things, what we're doing well, and where things are that we might need to let go of. So, yeah, my brain is still in conference mode, so thank you for staying with me on the tracks. So our guest speaker and keynote speaker was Reverend Dr. Martha Creek. Some of you folks from Halton Peel will remember her. She came and visited us a number of years ago when Rev Mary was our minister. And we actually spent a few days looking through her book, Presence and Potential. And I'm kind of having a thought I might do that as the source of my talks for 2026, or possibly earlier if I get around to it. If you are watching online later, please take a screenshot of this page. You can go to marthacreek.com for some information about her. And if you go to youtube.com at Martha Creek, she actually has recorded herself reading the book. So you don't even need to get the book. You can just turn on your YouTube. She's got a playlist. Just start the playlist and you can read the book, as it were, that way. So we were at a place in downtown Calgary that feels like it's out in the middle of nowhere when you look one way, and when you look the other way, you see all the skyscrapers. And this is a peace totem that appears in the back garden. And I just thought it was so beautiful. It's a really interesting blend of, because it is an active monastery, and they are also working to commune and bridge the gaps with Indigenous people and reach out. They had quite an extensive bulletin board about sex trafficking in Canada, about mental health in Canada, resources and that sort of thing. And I was really pleased to see that their bulletin board extended beyond their own intentions to that of the community, writ not only locally, but provincially and federally. So Martha gifted us some cards, and it was one of those things of pick a card out of the basket and see what you get. And this is from her Whispers of Wisdom set. So the first card that I pulled was gratitude is everything. And that's something that I've really worked with over the course of my time in Unity. It was something that wasn't part of my life really in my church of origin. Gratitude was more about you had to say it without necessarily feeling the actual essence of gratitude. And one of the things I've learned about Unity's prosperity principles is that gratitude can help you get along to where you want to be, or if you're looking for a job or healing of a relationship, that gratitude can be something that really oils the wheels and gets things moving at a faster speed, safely and with great gusto. So what was I grateful for? Well, I was grateful for a lot of things. I was grateful for I made an edit and I forgot I had. I was grateful that there was a labyrinth right outside, because that was literally, I dumped my suitcase in the room. I said hi to my roommate and I went outside and I walked the labyrinth. And it was wonderful to just kind of have that centering exercise right away. I was grateful that it wasn't raining, because we had rain, we had hail, we had really cold days, we had warmer days, not as warm as Ontario. But I got in just at a moment where there was no one around. I wasn't bothering anybody else. They weren't bothering me. Although the magpie was a bit loud, but magpies, it's his turf. So what are you going to do? So just finding ways to be grateful. I was grateful that the times that I needed to be on calls to Unity headquarters for teams that I sit on, that there were actually the workshops that I wasn't too keen on, and that, it was, if I get to them, great. And if I have to miss it because these meetings were a higher priority, it was okay. And it worked out perfectly. All of the seminars that I wanted to be a part of, especially because it was in person, I was meeting people who I have been on Zoom calls now for almost 6 years and I hadn't met them in person. So I was getting to meet people. I was getting to meet people that I've been teaching the spiritual education and enrichment courses to. I was meeting people that are in the spirit group that I co-facilitate. I was meeting people that I have seen on the Cross Canada calls for years and never got an opportunity to meet. I was grateful that I got to see some classmates of mine, and I don't get to see them very often because they live in BC. And so we have been doing a lot of Zoom calls because that's how we've, it used to be we'd send emails. Now we can do Zoom calls. So it was really an opportunity. I was grateful that I saw some people who were newer to Unity coming to the conference and having the opportunity to join our larger community. I was grateful that some folk who are Francophone who were struggling with finding the correct word, I was able to say, I don't know, but I know someone who does. And let me introduce you to this person from this ministry, and you guys go and figure it out. And clearly it worked. And it was just, I came back and I think I had a meal with just about everybody. There was 65 of us at the conference. And I think there might be 7 or 8 that I missed. And in my defense, I missed it because they were part of the team that were doing the setup and the takedown and preparing the next room for the seminar. So they didn't always eat with us at the same time. But just finding things to be grateful for, and however small, grateful that it was warm and it wasn't raining, and I could have my window open and I could listen to the birds sing as the sun came up. And there's a lot more sunshine here in Calgary than there is back home. It starts earlier and it goes later. The second card I drew asked the question, do I want to be right or free? And wow, that one pushed a couple buttons in me, because who doesn't want to be right? Who doesn't want to have that sense of being in that place? And really having to say, especially there are changes happening in the broader unity movement that haven't come into manifestation yet. They're still in the discussion stages. They have to go before the membership for votes. And just being able to say, I want to be free. And if that means that I'm going to disagree with someone, or that I'm going to have a difference of opinion that might change over time, that's great. And getting out of that I have to know everything, that I have to be the expert, and creating that space where others can be the experts and where others can bring their talents to the table. I think of the professors that I had in university, with all due respect and all blessings to them. And I look back and I'm like, I don't want to be like you when I'm facilitating class. And I definitely don't want to be like you when I'm facilitating a class. And one of the key things was that they would not tolerate anybody questioning or challenging what they were saying. And I love it. I was in a meeting yesterday and somebody said, forgive me, but what's the purpose of what you're talking about? And I realized I hadn't set that intention at the beginning. So they were a little confused where I was at. I thought I was right, but they didn't understand where I was coming from. And so in that, having that dialogue and saying, okay, how can I help you understand where I'm at? And they actually brought up a point that I hadn't even thought of. That's one of the challenges of having been in the unity movement for 40 years and been a credentialed leader for 25, is you forget what the baby steps were that you took to get to that final place of credentialing or of being a leader in your own community, whether it's in a ministry or your local football team or something like that, the support team, or I think of all the parents who support the Burlington Teen Tour Band here in Halton, and all of those people. Do you want to be right or free? And sometimes it could take a deep breath and a lot of stamina to say, I want to be free and I'm willing to let go of being right. Now, what I did understand about being right and being free was, as you might be able to see, the picture of the hare is fairly close to the labyrinth. So I made a point of, I could have said, well, I'm the human here, but I decided to be free. I didn't say anything. I was completely silent. I ensured that my steps were quiet and measured and that I didn't appear to be a threat. And I had to laugh because it hopped a few steps away from the labyrinth, but it stayed there because that was where the best clover was, clearly. And so had I been in the position of saying, shoo, get out of here, this is my time to walk the labyrinth, I wouldn't have had the freedom to look up as I was coming back around. And when it was back in my line of sight, I could say, oh, isn't this wonderful to have a rabbit supervising me while I do my walk? And from my room window, I thought that there were just two geese. And I thought I was right. There were only two geese until I got down to ground level and I discovered it was Mama with her fuzzy babies. And that gave me the freedom to say, oh, I actually zoomed that picture quite substantially because, oh, I'm going to be free to be a good human and not disturb her. I'm going to be a good human and be free and allow her freedom by walking farther away so that I don't scare them or startle them, so that we can interact peacefully and neither one of us has to be right. I'm honoring her space and she didn't come after me, so clearly I wasn't seen as a threat to her either. I always love it when I have animals in my life. While I was doing the labyrinth, I had the rabbit, a magpie, which became two magpies, a robin, and two squirrels. So clearly they are at home in that community. The third card I pulled, I'm still working on this one. The future is unknown. I accept that. And it kind of fits in nicely with the previous one, right? Because we want to plan what the future looks like. I thought I had a plan as the adult education coordinator for Canada of what our courses would look like for the next year. Well, something came up in one of those meetings I had with headquarters, and I got to change the plans. I've got to expand them. I've got to grow them because things have changed already and are continuing to change. And we're like the duck, calm on the top and paddling like heck underneath. And it means that, especially if I'm in the mindset of gratitude and do I want to be right or free, that allows me to be in a better space for the unknowns of the future. Right now, my phone is telling me that my flight home is on time. That could change. There could be weather someplace else in the world that affects my flight because of how the flights kind of domino along the system. And that's okay. As long as I can get to a power cable, if my computer starts to need a charge, I'm good to go. What's it going to look like flying home? I don't know. I know what seat I had because I chose it. So I'm going to go on the faith that that will still be my seat because I like sitting in that particular row. I get a great view as I'm flying. And they don't usually run out of the good snacks before they get to my row. But being comfortable with the uncertainty of the future is not easy. And I'm not trying to make it sound easy. We never know from one day to the next what's going to happen. Meteorology is probably the only profession where you can make 100% of your predictions incorrectly and you still have a job at the end of the day. Yesterday, I didn't see that we were going to have hail, but I could sure hear it. And when I walked over to the window, I could sure see that we were having hail. Thankfully, we had already arrived and we were settled in our room. We weren't scrambling for a taxi or taking public transit or anything. We weren't outside when the hail started hitting. So I circle back to my gratitude. I was grateful because I could just enjoy, as much as one does, the thunder, lightning, and hail pounding against the window and directly above me. And then this morning, it's still kind of cloudy, but that's okay. I have faith that everything is working in a way that will support me. that the shuttle that I have booked will be on time to take me to the airport, that my airplane will be on time and safe, and we will have a nice flight, and I will get home and I'll sleep in my own bed. I'm ready to sleep in my own bed. I love traveling, but I get to that point. I think we all do. So as we go into a time of meditation, I share with you, this is on the left is the first view I had of the building where we were staying, and the lilacs were out. The last time I was at the Arboretum in Burlington, the lilacs weren't out, the cherry blossoms were. And I grew up with lilacs in the backyard, so lilacs are really special to me. And when we figured out how to open the safety lock on our window, and we opened the window because we wanted some fresh air, it wasn't just fresh, it was filled with the blossoms of whatever kind of tree that was outside our window. And it was just so beautiful, and a real opportunity to just kind of be in that space. And I love conferences. I love that we had time to talk to each other and see each other and hug each other and share ideas and share what's going on in our paths and how we're learning and how we're growing and how we're learning to reach out to each other. So let's just take a moment. And if you want to close your eyes, you may. That's not my thing to say, whether you do or you don't. But I thought I'd give you some nice pictures in case you're not an eye closer. And let us just take into mind these three ideas of being grateful, of choosing to be free instead of right, and of being confident that whatever is coming in the future will serve our best and highest interests. And let's just take a moment to bless the week that was. And sometimes it can be hard to bless the parts that were uncomfortable, that were painful, that were challenging. But I invite you to see if you can find a tiny, tiny thing to be grateful for. Maybe your desk suddenly piled up with work that someone dumped on you. And I invite you to choose to look at that pile and say, oh, wow, I am truly earning my pay this week. If anyone questions that, here's my proof that I am in integrity with my workload. And with being free, think of a time when perhaps you dug your heels in, and perhaps you were in the right, but was there a cost? I love to look at willow trees because they survive the winds. We rarely see a willow tree blown over because it has such deep roots. But the branches just flow with the wind. And perhaps this week we can take with us the intention to be like the willow, very flexible and yet steadfast at the same time. And let's take a deep breath and just do a quick review of what's coming this week. Perhaps some of it's uncomfortable. Perhaps there's a medical test coming. Perhaps you have an appointment with a financial person or a doctor or your lawyer. That might feel kind of scary or concerning. And let's just acknowledge it's okay to have these feelings. Sometimes we want to push them aside and say, oh, well, it's not good, so that can't be right. And I invite you to know that in those challenges are the greatest gifts. In those challenges are the greatest lessons. And sometimes, as with birthing a baby, you have to go through some pain to get the final product. And let us take into our minds and hearts all those for whom we have a prayer request or prayer intention, knowing that they too can choose to be filled with gratitude, can choose to take steps that free them, and that they too have a path to follow into the future. And we surround this world in light and love, knowing that all things are possible and that it's up to us to say yes. And so it is, and so it shall be.
I am here, I am whole as I am. I am saved, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free, and I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. Nothing can illuminate the darkness like a serenade. Nothing can make peace like a song. We've got a ways to go, but then we're closer than we've ever been. So let's walk together on and on. I am here, I am whole as I am. I am saved, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free, and I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. I propose a family that looks a lot like you and me, including all the people that we love. Then we'll take a photograph of everybody as they laugh, put it in the book entitled Us. I am here, I am whole as I am. I am saved, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free, and I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. May seem just like a song, may seem just like a thought, but it soon will take hold, become a truth that's taught for generations, generations, generations. I am here, I am whole as I am. I am safe, I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I'm free, and I'm as perfect as can be. I am here, I am whole as I am. as I am. I am grateful and I'm free. I'm so grateful. And I'm as perfect as can be. There is nothing wrong with me. I am here. I am whole as I am. Oh, just as I am. I am here. I am whole as I am.
Thank you, everyone. As always, our Unity Prayer Chaplains are available, and the prayer team members are here to support you. You could see on the screen to email praywithdiane@gmail.com, and Diane and the team will hold your prayer request or intention in confidence for 30 days. And then they are sent to Silent Unity, which is Unity's prayer ministry, which has been around for over 130 years. And they also will pray for 30 days, 24/7. Next slide, please. As always, we thank you for your donations, gifts, tithes, whatever you want to call it. I love the idea. I remember seeing a stamp for offering envelopes, and it had two hands like this to remind us that you give and you receive, and that it's part of the same coin, it's part of the same process. So if you are able to use Interact, you can send a e-transfer to accounting@unityhaltonpeel.ca. You can find us at canadahelps.org, or you can go to our website and find additional ways. We do have a number of ways. We are a tithing community, and we tithe to Eden Food for Change in the Peel region, and as well as to Unity Canada. And let us join together. Divine love now flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and is a blessing wherever it goes. And let's just take a moment to imagine how money flows, even electronic money, because there will be someone who will see that the money has arrived in the bank account or in your personal app. And as we have watched paper and coin money flow, let us too watch and give thanks for anyone who is engaged in how that flows, whether it is a bank person who is recording that this many donations were made, whether it is our bookkeeper here at Unity Halton Peel who keeps track to ensure that tax receipts are made in a timely and accurate method. We just give thanks for all the possibilities and all the people who are touched as our money goes forward. So it is. We had Mariette Jones a couple weeks ago, and I've now been informed, because I saw her live and in person, got a big hug from her. Her program is now once a month on Mondays, but you can watch a whole slew of past episodes. There's I forget how many hundred of them, but she has recorded quite a few inspiring pieces on her YouTube channel. And give her a subscription. It's free, and you can use it anytime. And whenever she launches another one, it'll pop up in your subscription area. And yeah, she's doing some really great work, and I'm pleased to call her friend. Our guest speaker next Sunday, it is next Sunday, but it's the 25th. Okay, I'm still in the blurs day that are conventions and conferences. I believe it is Sunday because I'm with you folks, and that's my only way of knowing that it's Sunday, because nothing else is here to tell me. But Reverend Dr. Jane Simmons, who's a favorite of ours, will come next week to talk about your unique way, and she's got some wonderful material about that. If you're joining us for the first time, please head over to our website. There are links to all the past services from 2025, 2024, 2023. some upcoming weekly events and other events that are on the horizon. Our webmaster Bob does a great job of keeping this site up and running and accurate and current. And thank you, Bob, for doing that. And next slide. Madam President, I forgot to ask, do you have anything to add?
Thank you. Thank you, Wendy, for your diligence and your perseverance, and you just kept on going. So I appreciate you being there in such short notice and catching us before we fell. And thank you. It was a great lesson.
Thank you.
Let's just carry on and bless our children.
Yes, let us. And let us. I'm smiling to myself because as I was walking the labyrinth on Wednesday, I could hear the children playing outside at the school down the road.
Nice.
And so let us take into our minds and hearts all of the children in our lives and say, children and youth of unity and of the world, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. And at the very core of their being, even when they are having a temper tantrum, they are perfect in every way. They just need to express themselves in that way, in that moment. And we know for ourselves that our inner child is blessed and loved and appreciated. All right, I believe at this point, Sue K. Riley is going to sing it. Oh, no, we're going to do the prayer for protection first. I knew that. And together, the light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am divine. And now Sue K. Riley will sing us out.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one tie that binds us, that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are a part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. This be the one I choose love. I choose love. I choose love.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at a future date. Have a wonderful week and happy Victoria Day to anyone who celebrates.